What's up, everybody? Coming to y'all with another video, man. Hope everybody day is going well. I know I haven't been posting as much. I've been real busy, but I went to McDonald's and I usually don't go to McDonald's, but sometimes I get hungry and it's really only one thing I get and it's something I can eat according to scriptures, right? But that's not the point. The point is I had the people at McDonald's cracking up because I was telling them how this shit really killing us and all that. And you know how you go to McDonald's, it's always asking you to donate money and shit. And I was saying how fucked up McDonald's is because, you know, the shit that we consume from them is the reason why we end up at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? In the moment, it was funny. I don't know if it's going to hit right now. But if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Again, I don't really fuck with McDonald's. But anyway, the point is each story in the Bible, and I'm really speaking about the Old Testament. The Old Testament is not really the Bible. It's no such thing as the Old Testament, but that's not the point. You know, everything that the God of Israel is speaking in. Notice how I said the God of Israel is speaking in. Pay attention to that. It has a life lesson to it. For an example, I told y'all before, the book of Genesis is real important because it has to do with your consciousness. It has to do with your self awareness. And I feel like many people lack self awareness. And you have to understand, as a man and woman, we are two different types of people. You see, a man conscious is on a different level as a woman. This is important. Our brain frequencies operate differently. And if you was reading, the book of Genesis in the beginning, you will understand this. And so, again, God was talking about how he made these trees, and he made the tree of life, and then he made the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now, both of these trees look pleasing. This is important. That means that these trees look good. Now, what you're not understanding from Genesis that God is saying is that just because something looks good to you doesn't mean that it's good for you. I'm going to repeat that again. The Lord I am is stating just because something looks good to you doesn't mean that it's good for you. So let me give you an example of this stuff, right? Example. Let's say you go out and you meet a woman, right? You attracted to her. You know, she got her makeup on, her eyelashes and stuff. She casting her spells because a lot of that stuff like makeup and glitter and all that, it's a form of witchcraft, so to speak. It's a form of sorcery. You know what I'm saying? It casts spells on you. That's why you see a lot of strippers doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's to put this an illusion on you. That's why a lot of our brothers always be like, man, when she take her makeup off, she don't look as good, blah blah blah, because it's an illusion, bro. But anyway, that's not for this, right? I'm saying she looking good, whatever. She can have all types of shit going on with her, bro. Internally, she can have AIDS, syphilis, chlamydia, anything, bro. But you so caught up in her glamour, you fall for her, you fuck around, you fuck her, and then now you on your life, you on your deathbed, bro. You on your deathbed. This is what God was talking about in Genesis, man. Be conscious, be self aware. Another example, the whole homosexuality shit, the whole love is love. You see a lot of people try to push this, especially in mainstream media. You see a lot of celebrities always trying to convince you to feel sorry for them. to feel some type of way, to have some type of sympathy or compassion for them. But in reality, what these people are doing is wicked. It's not pro life. This is why many of them get sick and catch different STDs and stuff because it's not natural. I feel like somebody listening to my conversation right now. But it's cool though. You know what I'm saying? When you speaking from the book, you can't be scared to speak from it. You know, it makes people uncomfortable, right? Again, they got to make it all colorful, make it look good for the children. So the children grow up preaching this same nonsense. Hold on, this might be my girl. Oh, nah. Right. Look at Red Lobster. Look at Red Lobster. Look at all these different food commercials and stuff. Like, God said we shouldn't eat certain types of food because these foods is not meant to be eaten. When you look at crabs and lobsters and the stuff that they eat, and you look how they body operate, you wouldn't want to put something like that inside your body. But because they cook it up and they season it and they squirt that lemon on it and you dip it in the butter and stuff, they make it look good, they make it taste good. So you constantly eating it, not knowing that the stuff that's inside the crab and the lobster is really eating at the bacteria in your body. And this is why you get stuff like cancer and all these other unknown illness that the world can't explain how the fuck this illness came about because you eating shit you're not supposed to be eating. You feel where I'm coming from? Just like with pizza commercials, man. I see all these pizza commercials. You got children telling their parents like, "Yo, get this." They got the pepperoni. They got all this different types of stuff on there, right? Things you're not supposed to be eating, like pork. They make it look good, cheesy and stuff. You real hungry, but you really killing yourself. You really killing yourself because you lack self awareness. Your conscience is closed to what you are really looking at. Following what I'm saying? Remember in the beginning of Genesis when the serpent, who's not really a snake, by the way, when the serpent was telling Eve, surely you will not die. Again, a lot of people down here, my Hebrews, my people from Judah, which I don't understand if you actually read the scriptures. God was saying how you would have a lot of people down here deceiving you, even people that you see preaching from the book still be deceiving you. You just got to have the consciousness to spot them. And once you got that certain conscious that you only can get from the God of Israel, you will see it. There are people working in the shadows to keep us asleep. This is some real shit. You got secret societies, you got cults that work in the shadows to keep y'all asleep, Judah. My people from Jerusalem. Just remember that. Again, interracial couples. It looks harmless on the outside, maybe even on the inside, right? But what comes after when you start having children, you start wiping your identity away. You start wiping them away. You start fading. So you were once Hebrew. but then your lineage down the line becomes something else. This is why you see Hollywood always pushing this. It's not even just Hollywood, worldwide. Worldwide. It's a universal thing. It's a not even it's a worldly thing, not even just here in America. You see it worldwide. It's an illusion. This is what God was saying in the beginning of the book of Genesis. You gotta be self-aware. You gotta have conscious to see certain things. But now it's to the point where it's gotten so bad that people like my girl can even spot it. And she even say, like, damn, why is there so much interracial going on? Why I see so many black women with white guys on everything we watch, even the animation shows. And if it ain't a black chick that's with a white guy, she fucking on a white woman. And or they got the nigga being gay. It's crazy. Crazy. Even with foreign women, black women. I know you see a lot of posts and videos with black men dating foreign women. God spoke about these niggas in the scriptures too. Every book in the Old Testament has a life lesson. I got another one for y'all, right? Because I hear a lot of stupid people say this. People say, people tell me, and I feel like if you a piehead, you a crackhead. Because weed is a drug. Anytime you can take a substance that manipulates the way you think or your train of thought, it's a drug. I hear a lot of stupid people. It mostly comes from serpent seeds or the serpent children, these inner serpent, these people who say you are a god or you have a conscience to do such and such. But that's another story. But anyway, you know, this agenda they push that weed is good for you and weed has these different types of benefits and all this other crazy shit. It don't do nothing for you, man. It's all an illusion. It's really nothing more than the government saying that shit and pushing that shit to you because they got all these different dispensaries worldwide where they make a profit off of you. So of course they're gonna tell you anything to keep getting you to buy the product. Dumb motherfucker. People crazy, man. And yes, I used to smoke, so I can speak on this. Weed doesn't do nothing for you. All this shit about, man, weed helped me study more for a test and we uh just a bunch of dumb motherfuckers talking about weed helps cure cancer and all this other crazy shit. Shut your dumb ass up. Ain't no proof to none of this shit. People just say anything, and this comes from being on the internet too fucking much. Even soda. This shit really not good for you. I stopped really fucking with pop years ago. I might take a sip here and there if it ain't nothing else around for me to drink. But it ain't good for you. But they make it colorful, they make it delightful. And then people wonder why your liver's so fucked up. Same with liquor. People wonder why your liver's so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Why you need a new kidney? Because you're drinking all that hot syrup and all those chemicals and all that fucking dye that cause cancer. Again, you gotta have the self awareness to see these type of things. This is why, again, let's go back, right? Let me see. How can I go to the next page? There we go. and the eyes of both of them were open, and that they knew that they were naked, so they sewed together fig leaves and made covering for themselves. So again, this is important because they were already naked. Their eyes was already open. But when they ate from that tree that God said not to eat from, their consciousness went to another level, right? But it's important why God said don't do certain things. You see, it's not that God is controlling you, because eventually they were going to figure out that they were naked anyway. But that's a video for another day. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm out, y'all.